RudeGeekz, back again. Been away for a while. We're actually in the middle of shooting our next session. Let me remind you guys, just in case you haven't noticed, I like to remind you every now and again, we only get together once or twice a month. We shoot one long video and then we split it up over a course of time. So when people ask us to try and do update videos, it takes us a while to get to that. And right now, we had someone message us over on our Facebook page. And let me grab that name real quick. I am sorry, I don't remember things like that. Doreen Sims. She has a website. Miss Sims has a website called Tsimhoni I think that's how you pronounce that last name. Tsimhoni, whatever. And what it is, and she is part of a group, and there are a few of them now that are fighting for the three kids that we talked about months ago. We talked about it quite some time ago, where Judge Gorcyca, Lisa Gorcyca, threw three children into a juvenile center because they refused to see their father. Now, you remember our thoughts on this was pretty much she's a piece of shit. That's to sum it up. And unfortunately, she hasn't become any less of a POS since we've talked about it. Matter of fact, things have gotten all that much more worse. So allow me to run down the facts of up to now. So what we're going to do here is this going to be a bit of a longer video because we're going to do an opinion, me and my brother do an opinion on the judge's part on this. And then I have a list of things on the family themselves, and we're going to make an opinion on that. So first and foremost, the judge. Her name is Lisa Gorcyca. She resided over this case, and she's actually pulled out of this case now. She's no longer the judge over this case because of people like Doreen Sims and her groups that have been fighting and protesting. And so now the judge has bowed out of this case, but she still holds her seat. We're going to get on to that because that seat is pretty much in trouble right now. So as it is today, and I'm taking these facts from a podcast and also from the same website, which I just mentioned, ran by Doreen Sims and her group. And yeah, so the whole case as it is, as the JTC, for guys who don't know who JTC is, that's the Judicial Tenure Commission. They have the power to remove judges from their seat along. They do a whole lot of other things as well. Well, the JTC has started investigating Lisa Gorcyca because when they started their investigation on the case and exactly why she was sent three children with no records or anything for no good reason to a juvenile center, they came up with a ton of crap. And what we have here now is failed to act appropriately on video, misrepresentation of law and fact. And also she made gestures on the bench comparing the children to Charles Manson and calling them crazy. And when she was asked about it, she lied to the JTC saying that she was trying to show how they will progress through therapy, but in honesty, the video and the audio proves that that is a lie. So they were not all too amused by it. Then she took things a step further and she had 50 family attorneys sign a petition in her favor. And two of those attorneys actually represented the mother of the children who lost custody of those children on a prior case, which means that they illegally signed that petition. A lawyer who has represented someone cannot turn around years later and do things in a legal courtroom that goes against that person's interest. That is an actual law. This is pretty much where we're at. So the JTC is going to hold a sort of a meeting or a trial per se for the judge where she may lose her seat because of how she treated these children. So that I'm going to stop there real quick because the attorney, she has an attorney, which is hilarious. The attorney name is Thomas Kramer is actually defending her and says that she will be acquitted of all these charges, even though the JTC has both video and audio against her. Bro, it's sort of like I told you so sort of thing going on, but
oh man, I knew the bitch was crooked.
Yeah,
I knew she was crooked. I mean, it just didn't make any sense how a judge can abuse their power so much in a case and then nobody do anything about it. It just didn't make any sense to me. I was like, I'm reading this and I know, hey, something ain't right.
Man.
Y'all just gonna let her do this to these kids? Really? It didn't make any sense to me. So I knew something was bad. I knew something was wrong with that situation. And look at all this shit that's coming out.
Exactly.
What you do in the dark does come to light.
And we got multiple we got multiple fuckery is going on here. Okay, because they have actually sent this case to 4 different medical advisors, 2 of them being doctors, another 2 of them being psychologists or something like that, because it came to light, or it was believed, that the mother might have been brainwashing the children and forcing them to believe that their father was more evil or fearful than what he actually is. So the court went ahead and sent all the documents to medical people to look over it. All of them agreed that no such thing occurred, and that for the time being, the children should not be placed back with the father. Well, what the court has done is they sent the children to the father after they were released from the juvenile center. So they're with him right now. And as you can imagine, shit has gone completely left field. So now let's talk about the family issues directly. So leaving out the judge part, and just in case you guys are wondering what my opinion on it, my opinion has not changed about the judge. So I'm not going to go round and round about how I think that she is drunk on power. And I even think she may have been paid off. I'm not sure. The way that she's acting and the way that this case has gone, because 1 or 2 other judges had the opportunity to reside over certain proceedings of this case, and they bowed out as well, which is very unusual.
Hey, they looked at the case
and they said, hell no. They didn't want to touch it.
I said, bitch, I say no.
They didn't want to touch it.
I say no.
So that's how bad.
That shit.
That's how bad.
Look at it. They looking at the docket.
Nope. That's how bad.
Yeah. I'm going to pass on this one.
Yeah.
No.
Now, before you go trying to think about why would other judges not want to take this case, let me.
You love your job.
I just told you about how the judge Lisa Gorcyca has completely screwed this case and screwed this whole family, and the children are the ones who are really suffering. That's the only side I'm really on. Is the children. They're the ones who are really suffering in this. And now let me tell you about how this is going down for the family in general. You know what? I'm going to butcher your name, my dear, but I believe your first name is Maya. So let's just use Maya. Maya and Omar, whatever you want to pronounce it. Their last name is Tsimhoni. I'll put it down. I'll put all this down in the description box. But Maya and Omar, got divorced in 2011. All right. At the time, they were both living in Israel. Okay, the divorce went very, very bad because it seems that there is not a dislike but a hatred at this point when a divorce occurred. This is leading back from the fact that since 2008 there have been several abuse police reports made on the husband, documented for several different reasons. So they got divorced in 2011, and the mother was given sole custody, and the father had visitation rights. Now, the real strain and what really turned this from a fight into like a war or a battle zone is when the mother grabbed the kids. At some point, maybe there was another abuse thing that happened or whatever it was. She couldn't take it no more. When he went out to work, she grabbed the kids, grabbed whatever she could, and jetted off across seas to Michigan.
Too much to America.
To America, okay? apparently, according to the father, by the time he came back that night or wherever, when he came back from work, house was empty. that was what he came back to. Now, before I proceed any further, I am gonna say this right now. People don't just jump. I'm sorry, I'm spinning. People don't just jump across seas. Okay, something has to be happening really bad for a woman to pick up her kids
and change countries.
Not change house, not run across the country you're in to a neighboring country of some kind, which in America would be like run to another state. But no, she went to a whole nother country to get away from you. That says a whole lot. Okay, I'm gonna continue from that. He was given visitation rights. Now, because she went across the country, of course, the visitation rights that he was given was a little bit harder to keep up with. So he visited sporadically throughout time. He would just pop up whenever he can.
It costs money to go from Israel.
It costs money, obviously. Now, the reports say, which are not been confirmed, that whenever he did visit, it was still pretty bad. Kids were felt threatened. And he even threatened to kill them on one occasion, which was in the police report of another case further back around 2010 or so. And then now once again we're gonna touch right back on the fact that the court had a couple of doctors review the case because he was claiming, and the courts were thinking that the mother was brainwashing the children to believe that they were in fear of their life and blah blah blah. Yeah. None of the doctors agreed on that at all. And all the doctors gave a recommendation to the court, because I don't think doctors can issue any orders of any kind. So they pretty much gave a recommendation to the court that they not put the children back with the father. They went against this order. They went against this recommendation. They put the children back with the father. There has been several statements from the children that they are not happy. They are not doing well. One person whose name I did not put down here, whoever the court had issued to go over there to see if the children were doing well, issued a false report that the children were doing okay. They were going back to school. They had no problems. And yeah, no one is believing that whatsoever. So that is the state we're in. And by the way, the mother is still not allowed to see the children at this time. So that is the current family situation. So before I get into the opinion on the family, if you look online, you see that the public is pretty much split on this when it comes to the family in general. Men are saying that, well, some men, not all of them, are saying that the father is being mistreated and misrepresented, even though he has documented abuse records on him. They're saying that, well, the mother is, she's evil and women always get their way when it comes to the courtroom, and she's bending and twisting things and things of that matter. And that's one side. The other side, of course, is for the mom, and they don't know why a judge would get away with the things that she's gotten away with for this whole case. I do know this is not the only case that this judge is in trouble for. She has other cases. We just don't have time to go through all of that. We're not a legal team of any kind. We're just giving you the facts as we can in the time that we have. So she's already my full opinion on this, as far as the family is concerned, is it really, really does amaze me at how bad this has gotten as far as the divorce is concerned. The divorce was finalized in 2011. Okay, we're talking 4 years. 4 years, damn near 5, but 4 years of this insanity. And these children have suffered through all of this. And I don't know what I can say, because my mind is blown on how bad this is. We know, like me and my bro know very well how divorce things can go, and it is extremely hard on the kids. Mm-hmm. Extremely hard, and that's all I gotta say about that, man.
I knew that judge was fucking crooked. Knew the bitch crooked.
Oh God. It seems to me like she's being paid off. It seems to me like somebody's in somebody's pocket, because this is above and beyond just trying to screw someone over. She is adamant that she has done no wrong.
Yeah.
Look.
No crack she's smoking.
Get down in the comment box. Let us know your opinions. If you're someone who is who knows the law and things like that, and give your educated opinion down in the comment box. If you're someone who is close on the case, give your opinion down in the comment box. Let us know what is going on and what is craziness, and just keep us up to date with all these facts. Whether or not we will come back to this, I'm not sure. Right now, it seems like this is just is beyond insane. It's beyond something that we even really talk about that much. It's truly sad. I hope the children come out okay from this. I hope they're not gone nuts. I hope they don't become freaking, on the street doing drugs or something, because that's their only outlet from the insanity that's going on in their home.
Become depressed, commit suicide.
Those type of things are what I'm worried about right now. I'm worried about the children. This is not healthy. This is not something that, they can just come out good from. Right. So we hope that they do okay. As far as the parents are concerned, I don't know. I hope they solve it. I hope they do whatever they can do. But think of the children at this point, because they are getting completely screwed right now. They are completely screwed. So yeah, get in the comment box. Let us know what you think about this. I will leave links for everything that I've talked about. Doreen Sims and her website and her groups and all that, I will leave the links for their sites down there so you guys can get up to date on what I'm talking about and what is happening with this case between Maya and Omar. I'm still not going to pronounce their names because I'm going to butcher the crap out of them. So please just get down in the comment box and get in the description box, and we will continue on from there. I really hope the best in this one. There's only so much inside there to come out.
They're trying to make
My God,
they get the most powerful orgasm ever.
Try to go into a coma.
Man, that's a good way to go.